What's up, guys? It's your boy Aion, and I'm back in another MMO show. And I would like to thank everybody for last week who gave me some nice words of wisdom and all that love out there. And I really did appreciate it. And people kind of did something that I didn't expect, and I just want to apologize if anybody got a little bit hurt by what I did. People started sending me donations. I was not doing that last week for donations, so I rescinded and gave back every single one. And it's just that wasn't the time for that. I appreciate it, and any other time, I'll be like thank you and everything else, but not last week and not like that. So I do apologize for that. So let's get to the news. Aion is coming out with their new expansion. Pretty much it's a little bit weird because it seems like every expansion that Aion has is about a dragon. It's always about a dragon. Like some dragon's always going to come out and bust up the land, even more bust up than it already is, because technically it's like two different planets. No, it's not two different planets. It's one planet with two different sides. It's like a light side and a dark side. And how many times is the planet going to get beat up? It's been doing that for a long time. So we'll see what's gonna happen there, if it's gonna actually be a dragon or if it's gonna be some like dude like that or whatever else. But it usually always is that. I hope it gets me to come back into the game, because I was there from the start and I just fell off. So we'll see. Now Guild Wars 2 came out with their first Elite. They showed a movie for it and everything, and I don't know what the hell happened here, but it looks cool. And they never did really explain what mesmers were, like exactly. So them being able to stop time or have something to do with like time travel or whatever else, I don't know what that was right there. It just looked awesome. So it's nice to see that Guild Wars 2 is making its comeback, and hopefully it's gonna be here for the stay. And we have Heroes of the Storm. Now Heroes of the Storm is doing MOBA correctly, even though I'm still not a super MOBA fan. But they got so many different things that come along. Like it's so different than League of Legends. It's within the same mold, but it just has just the mounts alone and the characters, and just to be able to run around with the Lich King and Deathwing, and just not Deathwing, not yet anyway, but he's gonna be there. Just stuff like that. Jaina, there's just so much good stuff about that. You gotta love it. Now Elsword is being rather impressive. They come out with content every month, new character variations, maybe a new class, and I give him props to that. Now this character in general, he's a little bit freaky, because Ad is just weird, to be honest with you. But if you're into him and you're into his storyline, then it might necessarily be for you, if you're into madness and just being all freaky like this and stuff like that. But I'm not. I like the other characters, and the next character is gonna be like a guy and a girl. I'm never gonna use the girl, but the guy is definitely gonna get used. Now Terra actually did something to make me actually come and play this game now. This gunner class that they're gonna have in here now, she's gonna have this big gun that looks like a big Robotech gun, and I'm gonna use this class. I'm actually gonna be playing Terra. I kind of ignore Terra a lot, mainly because I just didn't level and I just wasn't feeling the characters. But I've been watching videos on this, and just getting the hindsight onto it, and I'm gonna use it. I'm definitely gonna use it. So you're gonna be seeing me play with her, and there you go. The 5th, I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be starting fresh, because I don't really have a character anyway. I do. I think she's over 20 or something like that, but I can start over easily. So let's talk about a few things while we look at a little bit of Monster Hunter, which is actually a pretty good game. I was hating on it at first, but it's a pretty good game. Now I have a problem, and my problem is that a lot of gamers get too jaded. And why? Because games can't be what you want them to be. Games only are going to be what they are. And the problem is that people get their mindset and say, hey, I want this game to be like this, and then all of a sudden they have these unrealistic expectations, and then when the game is not like that, then they're like, oh well, everything in the genre sucks. So if anything comes out, they're automatically bashing it. They're in your comments, they're in my comments. You can see people in my comments just talking all types of crap about every game, like they actually made a game, like they actually even programmed something, like they even can most of those people, can you even program a watch or a VCR? I think we as gamers, we tend to overstep our bounds a little bit and just assume a little too much. Now, me in general, I like a game for what it can bring, because I think every game can add to the genre and then make it to the point where the genre says, okay, you know what, we can't do scrub stuff like this anymore, let's make a good game over here. And then you end up having stuff like that. Like, you know, without that there would have been no Warcraft, without that there would have been no original Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2, no Rift, no, you know, Terra, none of this Monster Hunter stuff right here. Like, all this had to come. Like, I don't even think Monster Hunter would have been here without Monster Rancher, to be honest with you. So when people say, like, oh, I hate this and I hate that, and, you know, like the Pokemon and the Digimon and all that type of stuff, that led the way for all this stuff. So try not to be too jaded and hard on games. Like, have an open mind and enjoy games for what they are. If there's a certain part of the game that you enjoy, then play that part of the game. But don't just trash the whole genre like you see everybody doing nowadays. Like, just everything. As soon as something come out, oh, it sucks because I'm just mad because of all this time and I can't play this no more. And I don't know, guys. Just keep that in mind. And I'm going to show you guys a trailer for the end of the week. It's going to be Crowfall. They're doing some good stuff over there, so you guys be legendary. And I'll catch you next week. And remember, don't be so jaded. Peace.
So today we are unveiling the kingdom building tool and the parcel building tool. Now together these are really the world building tools that we're going to use to build the campaign worlds and that you guys get to use to build out your kingdoms. The basic way they work is you divide up your world into a series of regions and then provinces. And inside those provinces, which you can grant to other players, you're going to drop parcels. An individual land parcel is really a tract of land. It includes not just a keep or a castle, but also all the land surrounding it. The idea is that I'm basically dropping these parcels in and I'm customizing my world to have the layout and the look that I want. So I can lay out my world with castles, with keeps, with farmland, with riverlands, with forests, with mountains. It's an all-encompassing tool that allows me to build out my kingdom however I like. The parcel building tool is basically the same thing, only at a micro level. I'm actually dividing up my parcel and saying, okay, I want a village over here. I'm going to grant that to one friend. I'm going to take this area over here and I'm going to turn it into a merchant's quarter. And then over here, I'm going to keep that, and that's going to be for my personal housing. We tried to make the system completely open and flexible and give you all the power you needed to create the kingdoms that you want to create. The other thing that's cool, once you have a parcel of land, you can actually upgrade it. So you can use materials that you get in the campaign worlds to take your castle and make it bigger and better. The footprint doesn't change though, so once I've slotted it into the world, I can make those upgrades without having to change the surrounding area. There's actually a ton more to the system. It's very, very deep and very, very cool. More than I could possibly show you in this video. So check the link below. It's got the FAQ, which covers it in a lot more detail, and we'll see you on the forums. Thanks.